All right. CMD Boxing Reports, Ronell Hig reporting here, and I'm back at it for the Boxing Fanatics, right along with my boy Boxing Blocks Center. So,
Yeah, shout out to CMD Bus Reports. Thanks for having me. And this is Boxing Below Center. I think it's been a while we did a live stream
yes,
because I had my channel, I had some trouble with some useless people tried to, block my live stream, but they couldn't. So, bro, good topic today.
yes. James, is he James Deduckgale?
It's
Or,
Jim DeGale.
yeah, yeah, but other people's taking it the other way. But first and foremost, all right, so I think he did the right thing. All right. And but when I first heard the story, all right, when I first seen the article and what he was doing, like I said, what went through my mind was that, oh man, here's another Reddick Bow. Okay, I seen a picture of Reddick Bow throwing the belt in the trash just so he can get away from Lennox Lewis. But as I continue to read, and he started talking about his health and all, I'm like, okay, he's right. All right. Because Jose Uz Tagataki, okay, he's really nothing to play with. I mean, he's a career killer for guys like James DeGale. Okay. We've seen what happened with Andre Durrell. All right. The boy got derailed twice. All right. And they tried to save Andre Durrell in those fights. Okay. Um, we all know Andre Durrell is an actor. All right. He got hit after the bell, or even it was on the bell, and he's just all over the place. Okay. Or he can't get up and continue and everything. But hey, it was time for the dude to go. And I believe Andre Durrell is now retired. Excuse me.
Poland, bro.
But I wouldn't want to see someone like you
You
know,
think he's afraid of Uskategi?
no, not at all. But
Some people think that James the girl vacated this IBF title because he's afraid of Uskategi. Well, I think at some time in your life, especially the small guys, James the girl have been in tough wars. Looking at the fight with Badu Jack, we all saw what happened.
mm-hmm.
Looking at the fight with, well, this guy fought last. What's his name again? What's his name? Yeah, this BBC. Yeah, Fat Happens. What's up? The guy he fought last in the rematch. What's his
Oh,
name? Is American. So I forgot his name.
hold on for a second.
Caleb Traus.
Yeah,
Caleb
right.
Traus. So looking at the guy he fought, you know, he lost that title and they had to regain it, and
Yeah, yeah,
it
Caleb
wasn't
Trumps.
easy. So I think he made the right decision not to go further, be in so many words. So the best thing is cash out, cash out, and yeah,
Yeah, I'd rather for him to do
and
that
move on.
because I mean, at least he's admitting that his body can't take no more. Okay, I mean, you got some boxers that refuses to face reality. Guys like Roy Jones, Bernard Hopkins. I mean, these guys, you know, how can I say, like, they're still chasing what's not there anymore. All right. I mean, Roy Jones still thinks, he's that guy from the 90s. I mean, the guy could, continue to fight, you know, and
Yeah,
continue
but
to get embarrassed. So I appreciate what James DeGale did. Yeah, go get a fight with Groves. I mean, really, I don't know who he's going to fight next. I mean, I know he mentioned George Groves, you know, but yeah,
he said there's a big. He's gonna make a big announcement. So a fight with John Groves and Carlos Smith winner between those ones, would be nice, right?
yeah. I mean, although he'll lose, physically, but he'll win financially. So yeah,
The guy just want to cash out, and I feel like it's the right time for him to cash out because his body cannot take punishment anymore. You
right.
know, it's not a heavyweight that has this incredible power. You know, it's not an heavyweight. The guy's a small guy, so it's the right time for him. Like, remember, if you look at Mayweather's career, sometimes you gotta give the guy credit. How he was able to, you know, manage his career and able to fight the best, and still the guy is fresh as fuck.
Well,
You know,
that's another thing. Like, like
I don't think it would be easy for someone to replicate what Mayweather did, but because for a small guy to do that, maybe for an heavyweight, it could be possible, but for a small guy where the game is very technical, it's got to be technical and take a lot of punishment. Wow, it's sad, bro. I have to give James the Girl his due credit as well. I mean, he's giving us a great memorable fight, but I think it's time for him to cash out, and he's right doing
mm,
it.
yes, I agree. All right. Well, Fat Apple said one thing I don't understand. I don't know is why did Roy Jones become a Russian? Is this some U.S. politics things I don't know about? Yeah, from what I'm hearing is that he could only get a license to box over in Russia. So over here in the states, they wasn't going to give him a license no more, which made sense. I mean, the boy was done. He was finished goods, but he didn't want to face reality, so he moved to Russia where he can get a license to continue to box. That's what I'm hearing, and it made a lot of sense. But a guy like Mayweather, yeah, he can continue to box because he didn't take a lot of punishment, you know, throughout his days. Guys like Ricky Hatton, I mean, Ricky Hatton aged real fast. All right. You know, yeah, brawlers, they don't last that long. Now, someone like
Ricky
John,
Ricky Hatton's look like a grandpa.
yeah, yup.
You know,
I can't believe that be him. Like, man, Ricky Hatton looks like he could be what my age. I mean, he's about what? I think he's younger than Floyd. I think he's like what, 39, probably 40. He looks older than me.
yeah, and he looks overweight as well.
Yeah,
The guy used to be very fit, in shape and everything. And now, even when he talks, you can see it. That the guy needs some fresh air. He needs to get back in shape.
I
You
don't know,
know,
man. They got some healthy coke over there
I,
because
I I
coke,
don't I don't I don't like it when boxers when they retire
they let
they
themselves
they
go.
they balloon up. Looking at Tyson Fury and what happened to him and everything they did, and he's losing the weight now, right? But if Tyson Fury retires, I think he's gonna balloon up again. A guy like Anthony Joshua, when he retires, is still going to be in shape. Looking at Klitschko, you see Klitschko,
Right?
he's not boxing anymore.
No.
He's still in shape, still
Hmm.
trains and everything. So these are real athlete. An athlete don't have to balloon up. So that if you're my opinion, I don't think he's an athlete anyway. He's just a boxer. He's a fighter. He's a fighter.
Right. Right.
There
Hold
is
on.
someone who knows how to fight.
Yeah, Fat Apples. Roy Jones. From what I understand, he is a citizen over there in the UK. I mean, in Russia, and so he's no longer American. But from what I understood, he became a citizen. But yeah, that is true. What you had said about Ricky Hatton. But Floyd Mayweather had something to say about Roy Jones when he was in his prime. He said that Roy Jones is not a good boxer. Okay, he said he's not even a boxer at all. He said the guy is
Wait,
just athletic.
Roy Jones. Does he wants to? I mean, does he wants to keep boxing or what?
Nah, he's done now. All right, he finally
Oh,
faced reality. It really it got in. You know, he wants to retire. Oh, my hairline is moving back, bro. You gonna retire for that, man? Look, I mean, you're old. I mean, you have to look at your hairline to realize that. Oh, nah, man, it's getting far back. It's getting pushed back too much, man. Nah, retire because your body is not the same. You know, you're not that 25, 27-year-old dude. Okay. See, guys like
that's true.
my man James DeGale, although he is young as hell at 32, he's facing the facts. You know, he's not gonna wait till his hairline move all the way back like Roy Jones and say, all right, I'm going to retire. No. And so RJ lost. He fought Bobby Gunn in a fight. That was a sad day. What? What's up? Hey, make sure you subscribe too. It's my first time seeing you, Double A Boxing and Blunts. Let me check you out. It's my first time seeing you here. But
Seeing the boss reports.
yeah, and my boy Boxing Block Center. I forgot to put his name up here. Y'all. You probably know Boxing Block Center, Double A Boxing and Blunts. He has more subs than anyone I know. How many you got?
Who?
6.5 million or what? No,
Who?
but you no
6 point what?
0.5 million. I seen this one
6.5
channel
million.
that has like 1 million subs. All right, I'm like, damn.
Who?
It's some Middle Eastern dude, but he's a comedy thing, and he like shows off like wealth and everything's. I was like, whoa. All right, so
Okay.
RJJ, a puppy compared to Louis Ortiz. Oh, heck yeah. He used to ride dinosaurs to school. Is okay for a Wilder fan. Nah, just joking. Seems a good guy, like the bad guy. Okay, so you're a channel two, Double A. Yes, I'm gonna check you out, and everything's. Oh no, you don't have any. Oh no, you don't make. Okay, well that's cool. But now we're gonna move on to talk about Eddie
Eddie
Hearn
Hearn. Yeah.
and the mind games that people feel that he's playing. All right. What's good? Yo, what's up there, Lance? Yo, I'm up here with my man's Boxing Block Center. Of course, you know who he is. We're doing the live stream together. So now what I was told, okay, remember what we talked about.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
you said nah, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Yeah, you can say it. No problem,
Uh,
bro.
that he was like he was on a UK TV station, right? And it wasn't Sky Sports, okay, but he was talking about what's going on over here in the States and how he's playing these mind games with the fans on purpose. And he's just over there laughing about the whole thing. You know, he's doing this to promote the fight, all right, to build it up. Now, what was your take on that when I told you this?
I said that Eddie Hearn is a promoter,
Right.
and Eddie Hearn also know that, you know, I mean, he cannot. He's a promoter, and he, as a promoter, is going to make as much money from Artificial as I mean, as he could get, right?
Right.
And hey, what's up, Lancey?
Oh yeah, and everyone
How you
please hit the
doing?
like button as well.
Yeah, hit the like button
Uh,
for
I I,
CMD Boss Reports.
I gotta learn that from you. All right, so go ahead.
So I think I think there's a lie that Eddie Hearn is not trying to. Well, if you're looking at all the old situation, like we all know someone is lying. You know, someone is lying. But in this in this kind of fight, this huge fight, which would generate a lot of money.
Hmm.
there's always going to be blames on both sides. And
Yeah.
Wilder was given a contract to sign, a contract which he agreed to. You know, he agreed to that contract. It wasn't by force. He agreed to that contract. He agreed to the terms, and I think someone advised Deontay Wilder not to sign a contract. Someone advised him not to do that.
So if he was advised that he only has one advisor, and that's you know who, Al Heyman.
Listen, listen. This is a huge fight,
Yeah.
and what is the Wilder? This is an opportunity for Wilder to be rich, become a multimillionaire. And he has three managers: Jay Diaz, Chelly Winkle, Heyman. So, and these people are going to also going to make money off it as well. Three managers. Wow.
Right.
And then you've got Showtime, who has no contract with Wilder, but they want the fight to be in their network. But I think
Well,
DAZN
who was it?
is gonna take over. DAZN is gonna take over, and I think if Anthony Joshua's next fight is on DAZN, that means
Hmm.
that brings a lot of attention to the platform. Those people who said, "Oh, we don't care if Anthony Joshua fight or not. If he's not there to what I would not watch, they'll watch it, subscribe, you know."
Right.
And then that the owner of the zone is worth $20 billion. So when that fight happens, he's going to pay more money, you know, and for the fight to happen, to be on the zone. And I think the reason why Deontay Wilder isn't signing this contract is because of the zone involved. He wants the fight to be on Showtime. That's what he wants. I know this. I know this. I know. I've thought about this. I've done my own research, and because he agreed to Joshua's term for Steven Espinosa to start dating Eddie Hearn, because Eddie Hearn and Steven Espinosa had no problem before. They had no beef. So all of a sudden, now they have beef. Steven Espinosa was, came out and tweet. He wants the fight to be on his platform. He sees that Eddie Hearn is, trying to take away a lot of millions from him. So he doesn't want that because if he's on Showtime, then he gets to make more money as well. So this is a huge fight. So there's always going to be this mad games played by both sides. But I think the person that those who want the fight is Wilder because if he wants it, he signed a contract.
Right.
And now Anthony Joshua is going to fight at Wembley Stadium on September 2022 and April 13th, two
Mm, right.
times in a row, meaning first fight might sell up to 90,000 tickets. Second one would be 100,000. The guy's making millions.
Right.
And these people call it to Joshua a slave. Like Eddie Hearn is making it to Joshua. And Deontay Wilder, who isn't milked, like they say, has never gotten the paycheck of 5 million. So who is fooling who? Let's be sincere right here. Who is fooling who?
Well, I want to ask a question. Like I see people talking about the views, right? But I never knew how many views do Anthony Joshua get over there in the UK. Like, what's his view percentage?
Well, his views percentage is about 1 million plus, bro.
Oh
One
well.
million plus.
Oh,
1 million. I
okay.
don't know. The official one doesn't really come out, except because I don't know about the UK. I don't know when I search it online. I don't find the the right number,
Right.
but it's 1 million plus that he gets when he gets to have a huge fight.
Mm,
And I remember the fight with Klitschko here in Germany about 10 point something million people watched it.
Wow.
Yeah, in Germany, they tuned in for that fight. It's free TV, so they tuned in for that fight. 10 point something million Germans watched it.
Would you?
So the TV program here, and now they talked about it. So here in Germany, they bring the official numbers out when after the fight. They don't hide it. Yeah. But in the UK, in the Sky Sports, sometimes they don't reveal the actual numbers.
Oh,
But
okay.
we
Cause see,
know
right,
We know John Water is doing numbers
right.
differently.
Because you see, I mean, all right. Double A Boxing and Blunt say he gets it's been 1.5 million since Click. All right, I think that's very fair. But do y'all know the hugest, the most numbers we ever did here in the USA was when Mike Tyson got out of prison and he had a fight, not on cable, but on exactly just regular television. Now, I mean, you talking about the Klitschko was like 10 million. I mean,
Listen, if
that
Anthony Joshua
fight was
fight, if
way
Anthony
over.
Joshua fight,
Mm,
if Anthony Joshua fights, our free TV in the UK, the guy, may say 20 million people will view it. His
mm,
fights are always on pay-per-view. So you know what I mean. So
right.
it's not like Water, which is free TV. Showtime is free TV. When you're subscribed to Showtime, when you have Showtime subscription, then you can watch it.
Well, and one
But
thing uh-huh.
and the Joshua fight is not like that. Whenever he fights, he's always on Sky box office, meaning you've got to pay to watch it. Even if you have Sky, pay watch it. Without that, we are not watching it. But over here in Germany, whenever he fights, he's on free TV. So a lot of millions of people watch it. So this next fight, I don't know where it will be. It might be on German TV network as well. It might be on the
Mm.
Zone as well, because the last time he fought, he was on German TV and the Zone as well. So the Zone is an online streaming, streaming platform, and I have that. I have the Zone, so it's like 10 euro every month. Get to watch a lot of sports there. I watched Mayweather Pacquiao for
What,
free, on the
what
Zone.
right? What
I mean,
one question.
No, Mayweather, Camargo, not Pacquiao.
One question. Now when you say free TV,
Yeah.
is it just regular, not cable?
It's
Because see,
cable because
okay.
because he's not regular. If you don't have it, you cannot. If you don't have a cable, you cannot watch it.
All right, because like a lot of people here in the states don't can't afford the cable as well, you know, and with him like getting the views he get, it's still pretty good. All right, I mean 1.8 million and whatnot, it's still pretty good.
Uh,
But I
Fat Ha-
understand.
Fat Fat Hap Fat Hapwood said, "I would like to know from BBC how big is AJ in Africa, and if he is the biggest, who is the second most popular boxer in Africa?"
Yeah, that's a good.
That's a good question, but the problem with that is Africa is a continent. You know, it's billions of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's not just um, a whole. It's not one. It's not just one country.
no,
But if you talk about Nigeria, it's very big, and it's even getting bigger because his parents are Nigerians. So he also went to boarding school in Nigeria when he was young. A lot of families are in Nigeria, and his cousin,
hey, you know what else?
uh, it, his uncle. Um, I spoke to one of his uncle, you know, who lives in Lagos, and I'm thinking of um, interviewing the guy on my channel. I'm thinking of doing the, Joshua's angle
Right.
that live in Nigeria. So in Nigeria, in the state of his father, Ogun State, they renamed the stadium to his name. The stadium is now called known as Anthony Joshua Stadium. Okay, Joshua is big in Nigeria, and I think when he fights there in Nigeria, eh, it'll be much more bigger, and he'll be able to get a lot of fans from Nigeria because he's a Nigerian. You know, technically it's Niger blood. You know what I mean? He's from the UK. No need, no. He's from the UK, born in the UK, grew up in the UK, is a UK citizen. But his family being from Nigeria makes him Nigerian.
All right, hold on.
I
Yep.
mean, you know what I mean? So, and there is no really, I don't really know who is the biggest boxer in Africa because if you go to a lot of countries, there
Well,
are a lot of
eh,
boxers from a lot of countries. Just like in Nigeria now, Efe Ajagba should have been the biggest, but he is not being promoted properly. I think Eddie Hearn should sign that guy up. I talked about it. I tweeted it on Twitter for Eddie Hearn to sign that guy, Efe Ajagba. I think he will be the next big thing, And if Eddie Hearn is able to expose him to the UK market, and Eddie Hearn will be able to then have the permission to enter Nigeria's market because if you can conquer the Nigerian market, you can conquer the whole of Africa.
mhm.
Nigeria is the center of business in Africa. If you look at the music industry, how the Nigerian music industry started, it started like, okay, Nigerians coming together and say, okay, let's do something. At that time you had like Ghanaian industry, you had like Egypt, other industry, music industry. But when Nigerians came together and formed the music industry and was able to spread it all over, what happened? Now Nigerian music are played all over all over the world. Look at if I go to the club now, for example, I hear Nigerian music. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if you go to anywhere in Africa, you hear Nigerian music. You see them inviting Nigerian musicians and everything. America as well, they go there for tours and everything. So if you can conquer Nigeria, you can conquer the whole of Africa. So which means that AJ is close to conquering Nigerian market. He just needs to fight there. And if he fights, when he fights there, the stadium is going to be filled up, you know, filled up, and then that will bring him more exposure from there. Before um, he has African market in his hands. Then South Africa will invite him to come, Kenya, Egypt, Morocco. I mean, the guy has the personality already. The guy doesn't talk trash. Is not a trash talker, and looking at his tattoo, you see his tattoo, you see the African map, you see the Nigerian geographical landscape outlined on it, which means that shows it's from Nigeria. You know,
Yeah.
he's a Nigerian by blood. That's why he have the tattoo. You know what I mean? So he identifies himself as an African. He identifies himself as a British person. He respect British people. He respect, the British culture. You know, I know he can identify with both countries and both continents. So, and that's why he's getting a lot of love
Okay.
from
Well,
both countries.
right.
You know,
But I understand that.
he
But
hasn't been able to conquer Africa yet,
you know,
but because he has not fought in Nigeria, in Africa. He has to fight in Nigeria at some time, or make maybe go for there for a tour, you know, just do a tour or something like that, and then promote himself. Before you know, believe me, he's not everywhere. Muhammad Ali had to fight in Africa. The Robert the Jungle, listen, Muhammad Ali would have had a great career without the Robert the Jungle
Let
with
me ask
George
you,
Foreman.
what do you think about what Lennox Lewis is saying about Anthony Joshua? Now, for a guy with his status, I'm talking about Anthony Joshua here. Being undefeated, powerful guy, he's undisputed. Should he come here to the states and make his presence known? Because, like I said, only the hardcore boxing fans know of him. Like, we all said that no, nobody, is going to stay home on a Saturday and watch some boxing if they don't love the sport that much, right? And not the casuals, okay? The hardcore boxing fans here are outnumbered real bad by the casuals, and it shows in Anthony Joshua's numbers when he fights here. With his TV when his fights come on here, and there'd be some pretty good fights. The one with Parker and the one with Vladimir. Now, in all of them to make this fight between Wilder and Joshua, and if the fight be on the zone, the numbers will still be the same, probably be lower. It won't be worldwide. I guess all the business will be coming from the UK and other countries over
Listen,
that part.
DAZN, if the fight is on DAZN, the number will rise more, much more than on Showtime. You might say Showtime is a big network, all this stuff, but I'm telling you, believe me, from now, let's say from now till 3 years time, let's just give it 3 years time maximum.
Hmm.
Okay, from now to 3 years time, streaming platform will not be the best option than other TV networks. Believe me, you see Netflix, you see
Right,
how they grew. So if DAZN has got the backing financially,
right.
you know,
For
if
all
they are
you,
able to listen,
I'm
if
listening.
they are able, if they Eddie Hearn is a guy who can really sponsor a platform very well and promote it. So with Eddie Hearn there, with the right promotion, it all costs a lot of money. On maybe they just use it as ads, make adverts on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter. Any maybe sometimes if you're using your phone, you see ads on it, right?
Yeah,
Adverts. You're using your phone, you see adverts on it. Adverts just pop up. You know, if they're able to do that, a lot of people will get noticed of it. I mean, they will notice the platform. And I remember how I found out the zone. How I found it out. You know how I found it out?
nah.
It was on my PlayStation. On my
Oh, okay.
PlayStation, I was just
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
the game, and then all of a sudden, just a app just showed up. The zone. I said, "What is this?" And read about it. He was like, saying, "For real?" And they said, one more. You have a one. You can do one more trial. If you like it, you pay for. If you don't like it, don't pay. And I did a one more trial, and it was nice for me. That
Right,
you see,
right,
it just popped up on the PlayStation.
right.
It
All
is,
right.
you get it.
Yeah,
It
well,
just popped up.
the
Nobody
thing,
nobody recommended it to me. That's because of the promotion that they did, or that
right, and the
they
thing about
pay.
that is that a boxer from over here, Terrence Bud Crawford, he said that the apps for boxing, will be the future because remember he fought on ESPN Plus, and he
Of,
said
of,
he thinks that's the future for boxing.
of
That's going to
course,
be the
it's
new
the future.
platform.
At that time, it looks on the zone now. I can watch it with my phone. I can watch it on a computer. I just have to log in, finish, log into the app. It's finished. I can use my phone, use my computer, use my TV, use everything to watch it. I have however I want, any way I want, with tablet, everything. But on TV, on if it's on TV, if it's a TV network, you've got to watch on TV or cable network. You know what I mean?
All right, so you're
You can,
saying that if the fight happens and it be's on the zone, even people that's out enjoying themselves, they could pull out their phones and you know
yeah, just
watch
put
the
on the
fight.
phone and watch it. It was a fight.
No,
Subscribe and watch the fight. Finish. In fact, they can get a one more. Is a you get a one more trial.
1 month. Wow.
Yeah, one more try. Yeah, that's how I have did. But one more try. If you like it, you can then subscribe. If you don't like it, then you don't. Simple. Nobody's gonna force you. I told you. So
Oh, check this out. All right, we're gonna read some of the comments. All right, Vine Star, you said facts. If you're still watching Vine Stars, make sure you hit the subscribe. Due to fake WBS by Fat Apples, Ortiz made paperwork BS. Yep. And then Double A, Boxing and Blunts, Showtime needs to get a return in Wilder. Hmm. And JD, I guess Espinoza must have wet dreams about Rupert Murdoch, all right, who owns Sky. All right, it's dumb. You know what you're saying. Well, who's that? All right, double. All right, ESPN and Sky both owned by the same company as well. So Golden Boy and Matchroom one company now. Wait a minute, I didn't know. But you know what? A lot of people here in the states, okay, like a lot of boxing fans, yeah, we was all tore up because age, the fight was going to be on the act. That was something new to us. Like we never watched boxing like that. That was something new. But hey, I ended up getting a Yat, and it was only a 7-day free trial. But I was saying to myself, yeah, I'm gonna keep it. And end up getting rid of it before I end up paying for it. And they were saying it was only $5 though. But the zone, how much do they want? They want $20. Now, the thing
I
is for the
I paid €10 for it.
€10. Yeah, well, see, yeah, the money is different.
So
But
converted to dollar, I think it's like $20. And because the euro is,
oh well,
has
Fat
more
Apples, he
value than
straightened that
dollar.
out. Okay. he said Robert, Rupert. I keep calling him Robert. Rupert Murdoch. Murdoch
And
owns
also
ESPN.
listen, Days On. Remember, Days On. No, you know what they're trying to achieve. Do you know what they're trying to achieve?
What
Do you
up?
know that they're not just trying to be. They're not just trying to achieve just to be maybe like ESPN Plus. They're trying to achieve something huge. They're trying to be the Netflix of sports. And looking at the United States, we already have rights over basketball, like ESPN, Fox News have right about soccer, or no, football, not soccer. Um, Football, yeah. You guys
well,
call it soccer, football.
yeah.
So they already have rights. Fox News or Fox Sports already have rights over um, football and other stuff. So DAZN is trying to invest in boxing.
Well, that's another
And
bad thing about that with America. See, I understand. Well, then again, there
so
is a
I think DAZN might be showing only maybe highlights of some football events or
nah.
basketball highlights.
A lot of people
Yeah,
here love basketball, and a lot of people over here. We have a lot of Mexicans, like us. We got a lot of Africans who likes what you call football. We call it soccer. So, yeah, I'll say it'll probably do well.
so DAZN are going to challenge. DAZN are going to challenge them. So DAZN, but there are also a lot of sports there, other sports there.
Yeah, and I
They
think the
get to
ESPN app, I think it showed soccer, but man, most like the
so
people over here in the States, they're only going to get it just to watch the Wilder versus Anthony Joshua fight. Now, I understand that Joshua's next fight, the one that's coming up with Pervectigan, is that going to be on the zone as well?
it might be. He might. Deanna is already saying that he might be in the zone. So You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it might be on the zone. If it's gonna be on the zone, then I might watch it on the zone as well because I already have it anyway. So so I watch it as well. You know, I can watch it on regular TV or watch it on the zone. I have
Wow.
two options to watch it, but the zone I prefer a lot because I get to watch a lot of boxing events from the UK and Matchroom, and now the World Boxing Super Series will be on the zone. Get it?
Yes. Yup.
So
So
it means they'll be having like 15 shows, more than 15 shows. Like at the end predicted 15 shows. It's gonna be much more, and because I think the zone is going to secure a lot of rights, fight rights, and they've got the money and able to do that. And if they're able to really, I think these people are not dumb. Before they decided to move it to America, they knew what they're going to do,
all right, well,
you know.
what about the idea
And
I had when? All right, I understand what you're saying about the zone, but
ESPN is going to ESPN Plus is going to supply you with 15 shows, all the stuff that is going to come up from the UK, from the US, from around the globe. And I think the zone. I'm thinking about. Um, I talked to Victor Bader. He talked to me about it, about we introduced the zone to Nigeria. I think that would be a great idea
right,
because if the zone can get into the Nigerian market, wow, that would be they would make a lot of money for it. And because Nigeria is very, we love sports. You know what I mean? So, and I think DSTV in Nigeria there's DSTV. DSTV they robbing Nigerians from South Africa. The South African company. It's a cable anyway.
hmm,
You have to buy it. So I think with the zone, when they want, if the zone is able to get in Nigeria, man, it will be huge. I would think me and Vita Bada would talk more about it before we talk to Ariane or the zone and that perform group. We just have to email them and other stuff. Talk about the idea. Be good.
right. Well, now about this idea, I got onto the subject earlier, but I somehow got off of it. Now, about Anthony Joshua, okay,
Yeah.
like Lennox Lewis was saying, you need to get known over here in the states. Now, let's say if Deontay
Is
Wilder,
the
okay,
is the
does
is the
sign.
is the Ontawara known? First of all, let me ask you the
Well,
question.
he isn't like super duper known. He's not Mike Tyson known. He's not Michael Jackson known. He's not Michael Jordan known.
If
But
if the Ontawara works in
when
in Harlem,
right,
will they
but
know him?
I'm saying I'm talking about for the casual fans, like when they had the fight with Ortiz, he got like 1.8 million views. And with that being said,
He wasn't
when
on pay-per-view.
no, it wasn't on pay
Remember
per
that.
view. No, he's not on pay per view material yet.
So imagine if
But
Anthony Joshua fights in America when it's not on pay-per-view.
well, hey,
Boy, he will have more views than that.
hopefully, but every time he
Definitely.
fights,
Didn't you say
every
the guy went to the when he went to the NBA when they showed him? Forget that they call him Anthony Johnson. That guy
Anthony
called him
who?
Anthony Johnson. That guy that called him Anthony Johnson, I don't know what his name is.
Oh, okay. Anthony, I never
Forget
heard that
yeah,
one.
forget that. But do you know for a guy who was never boxed in America to get to be at the seat of Mayweather, to sit at the seat of Mayweather, where Mayweather normally sits. You know,
Now that okay, was he
we
with Mayweather?
he and Mayweather they're very close. But
All
he
right, so
sat at the seat of Mayweather. This is
yeah,
where normally Mayweather sits. On the front, at the front.
but
So for him to do that, you have to know that the guy is getting a lot of attention.
yeah, now yeah, because
You know what I
he's
mean?
running around with someone who is very well known. But like what I'm saying for like for
And Under Armour
the fans who
is
watch
is
the fights, right? Only 400 something thousand. Only us hardcore fans will stay home and watch Anthony Joshua fight. right? So if he was to fight over here in the States, okay, the other casuals who are very important, the casual fans who outnumbers us by over 600,000, okay, those fans could get to know who this guy is. And they will watch if, I guess if Deontay Wilder is fighting and if Anthony Joshua was on the undercard, or either if Wilder was on Anthony Joshua's undercard over here in America. You got to see these two. These casual.
Let me tell you one thing. That's what can never happen. Anthony Joshua can never be on Deontay Wilder's undercard because Deontay Wilder can't afford to pay him,
Well, okay,
and
well,
Deontay Wilder don't want to be Anthony Joshua's undercard because he's too egoistical.
well,
He
see,
thinks that he's
right?
Mayweather already.
No, he knows
You know,
he's not.
he has like that. The way he talking like 50 million is peanuts. Like the guy has never gotten a paycheck of 5 billion.
No,
Talking about 50 million peanuts, crackhead money.
but
Look at it. It's just crazy.
the only way that'll happen.
What I'm trying to tell you right now is that about going to America to fight. Is it compulsory for him? No, it's not. He can go. He can decide to go there and fight, but it's not compulsory for him because he's already conquering the world.
Well, oh,
Well, he's already conquered the world because the world is bigger than America. I'm just saying. I know America is the maker of boxing, this that, but remember, boxing right now is dying in America. It's dying. He's dying.
it's dying because of the politics. People's getting fed up.
That's
But
what I'm saying.
let me
It's
see.
dying. It's
JD
dying. Mayweather
runs the
alone
sport.
could not revolutionize boxing there. Mayweather is Mayweather. But a guy like Anthony Joshua, if America had a guy like Anthony Joshua, he would be able to revolutionize boxing. Remember, boxing in the UK wasn't at to speak. Remember, even when Tyson Fury beat
Um,
Klitschko, he went back home. Boxing in the UK wasn't really boxing. Boxing like that. Yeah, they love boxing in the UK, but Anthony Joshua revolutionized it.
right. Well, you said if Mayweather couldn't
Yeah,
revolutionize it, all right, because why? He was the bad guy, right?
because Mayweather's personality is quite different.
Right.
A
So,
lot of a lot of Americans, a lot of Americans will like the personality of Anthony Joshua, especially those white Americans. I think so
well,
because he has different. Because it's not, let's say a typical black guy to them. You know what? How they, you know how does white Americans? Some of them they think. You know, they will say this guy's not a typical black guy. You know what I mean? He
yeah,
doesn't have
well,
like that. You know what I mean? They will
yeah.
like the guy. His character,
Well,
he doesn't trash talk or do what.
okay, well, he should come over here and let his presence be known. Now, if he was from America, no, he would be, totally different. You know what I'm saying? But I want to
No,
ask,
I don't think it's really different. If it was from America, his story would be different. His story would be different. His story would be different. That's for sure. But you know you have to know that there are if he was from America, um, born with Nigerian parents, he would still be the same person. You have to know that this guy wasn't a saint. He was a bad guy.
yeah,
He was a street guy. I mean street guy. He did
yeah,
a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, he changed to a better person because he felt himself like listen. In his life, sometimes you go to listen. I'm telling you, I came from the street,
yeah.
but
Because I was about to say, yeah, he was not an angel all his life.
I don't act like that anymore. I'm telling you right now, I went to jail. My mother took me to jail. I'm telling you right now, I was arrested. I'm telling you right now. You understand? I was arrested by my mother because I was hanging around with the bad guys and used to do some things, bro.
Right?
I never killed someone, but I went to some battles,
Right.
some real battles.
Right. I'm
You know,
gonna
I
answer.
mean, I mean, it's not like America. I mean, this is where you see someone chopping some a human being up like slicing human being like a food. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And no police to come and say rubbish. No police
No.
to come arrest you. You do shit. In America, it's before no police come. And then you go to jail. And no, it's not like that. Just see someone chopping it up. It's a
Well,
street battle. It was a street battle. Kill or get killed. That
yeah,
was it.
I'm gonna read some of these
But
comments. Right, I hear what you're saying. All right, now JD wants to know why doesn't Wilder test the pay-per-view draw in America?
well,
What
the pay-per-view in America and the UK
is sky
cannot
high?
cannot compare to the burger in America, but the American pay-per-view is dying.
Exactly. So there's no need, but the only way, if he does like compete on a pay-per-view,
If it
the only
does,
way he
it
can
will
do
be
it is with
it will
Anthony
be much
Joshua.
it will be much better. If it does die, it will be much better because imagine people paying $100 for pay-per-view, and then they get to see chitty fights. I remember the Mayweather Pacquiao fight. I didn't pay for it because I don't live in America, but I know people that paid for that, and they regretted ever paying such money for it because it wasn't the fight I expected to see.
No,
So
no,
people,
but no. The thing
you know,
was, see, that fight right there, okay, it could be this fight. Or we got the good guy versus the big bad guy. All right. I mean, a lot of people don't like um Deontay Wilder's tactics, on how he condones himself and everything's. But if white America is going to love Anthony Joshua, he needs to make his presence known. All right, come over here and be on more of our talk shows. All right, um, if you really want to make this fight, I truly do believe that they're not ready to make this fight because it's not going. It does. It's not going to live up to the magnitude that it should. Okay, only way you could do that is to make the other guy known to the other 600 plus thousand casuals. All right. And hey, they will probably pick up and love Anthony Joshua. He'll probably be the first heavyweight from the UK because a lot of people over
there
here didn't
there is
like
a, there is
Lennox.
a reason why Anthony Joshua is sponsored by Honda Armour, which is an American company, and John Water isn't.
Wait, what's the name of the company?
Honda Armour,
Oh, Under Armour. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's an American company
Yeah, but they are
sponsored.
everywhere. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, they're going
there's
to.
a reason. There's a reason they are
Yeah, there's a
sponsoring. They
reason
sponsor
because
and
he's
they just sponsor.
huge. He's huge over there in
Listen
the
carefully.
UK.
Listen carefully. Before he became huge, in the UK, they already started sponsoring the guy. Yeah, before he became so huge like that,
All right,
they
but
already got it.
right, but I can tell you why. I can tell you why.
I'm telling you, there's a reason.
Yeah,
Like, look at Javante Davis. Javante Davis.
right.
He's not last year. Is not last year. He signed to Under Armour. He
Nope,
signed a deal with Under Armour.
nope.
Yeah, it was last year. Yeah,
No, was it?
because yeah, last year. Yeah, it was last year. So the American heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder, how many sponsors does he have?
None that I know of.
Okay, so he doesn't have a sponsor. An American champion, the guy
Well,
who was the longest reigning champ,
the guys on
longest.
YouTube helps him out, and no, well, I'm not trying to be smart, but he do have the
This is what
LDVC.
this is what you this is why I say there's levels to this shit,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, I
There's levels,
understand,
and
but
the Joshua level
yeah,
is very up there. You know what I mean? You can this was why this fight we get made when it's time to make it happen.
and I say
Joshua
2020,
will Joshua will fight anyone, and Deontay Water has got to do one thing: sign that contract. That's a lot. That's all he has to do. Sign it. Next year it happens at Wembley Stadium in front of 100,000 people. To watch
right?
that stuff.
But see, then again, we don't know what's going on because when I look at his box rec, it just has TBA, right? To be announced and everything. So
Well, to be announced. I mean, it's gonna come. Povetkin's next, so we all know that next week he will be announced.
Okay, we'll see. Are we
Povetkin
gonna get
is.
another shocker?
I heard Povetkin is will fly to UK um, this weekend.
Okay,
You
so
know,
the fight,
so
it's not gonna go to purse bid or anything like that. Everything is settled. They really
where there's no pause bid because Joshua is the money man.
right. He's the A side, so it's
Po-
not gonna be over there in Russia.
Povetkin Povetkin cannot offer Anthony Joshua $20 million to fight
No,
in Russia.
yeah,
He cannot guarantee him that. So Povetkin was able to do that with Deontay Wilder because Deontay Wilder is not a draw, it's not a big draw. Look at the guy. Look at how much he makes the fight.
yeah,
This is what I'm trying to tell you that there's levels to this.
right. Hey, you know what I want to
And
say?
look at Kubrat Pulev, right?
Yeah,
He won the post bid against White. He won the post bid against Jerry Miller. He's going to also win the post bid against Fury if Fury places Jerry Miller. But against Other Joshua, he couldn't win a post bid.
yeah. Hey, but you know something? Now that Fat Apples brought that up, let's look at it this way. I said this before. Now, man, it's like Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder are swingers, right? Because Anthony Joshua is taking on an opponent that Wilder was supposed to take on, and that's Alex Povetkin. And now Wilder took on an opponent that Joshua was supposed to fight, and that was Luis Ortiz. So yeah, it's like these guys,
No. Other Joshua, the difference is that, yeah, you are right in a way. You are right in a way. But the water case and working case didn't happen.
yeah, because
Okay, listen. Whenever water is about to have a big fight, something always happens.
drugs.
Yeah, let's be sincere. Look now, Povetkin signed to Vada, right?
Yeah,
And nothing has happened here. He hasn't been caught. We don't know if in 2 months' time we'll hear something different, like or one more time you say, "Oh, Povetkin has been busted." Hopefully not. But with Wada, things were so confusing. The negotiation was very slow. you Wada, when it gets to having a big fight, has a bad record of slow negotiation, delay tactics. Let's be sincere right here. Look at the fight. Look, when Joshua fought Klitschko, everything went smooth. But believe me, if Deontay Wilder had the guts to fight Klitschko at that time, he didn't want to fight him after 30 fight. Okay, he
right,
was called a baby
right,
by Shellewinko,
right.
a baby after 30 fights. And Anthony Joshua has how many fights?
20.
21
Yeah,
fights.
he is under 30. But you know what? Before we go, right? Shocking splits. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Now, hold on. He's heard a rumor that Wilder didn't make the AJ fight because September was too soon and he wouldn't have. I ain't never heard no crap like that. Hey, now, yeah, fat apples. Maybe the news over there across the pond is different than over here. Yeah, he didn't have the peds flush out of a system in time. I ain't never heard that.
I'll be back, bro.
All right.
You can. I'll be back. I'll be back. Let me quickly write a letter to the president.
Oh, right. And make sure he gets it.
You can
P.S.
you can talk to them. I'll be
Yeah, I
back.
am.
Okay.
But all right. So,
I'm listening. I'll be listening. Then I'll be back.
oh, okay. Now, what I'm going to say. All right, we talked about this before. Now, he Box Block Center and said that okay, Anthony Joshua has a lot of you know, promoters, not promoters, but people backing him and everything, endorsements. Okay. The reason why is because of styles. All right. Um, Anthony Joshua, all right, he's a boxer. The guy can box. He got a pretty good jab, pretty good foot movement. I mean, if you compare him to Deontay Wilder, now I am a Wilder fan, but I admit it. Okay, out of the two, who is the best between Wilder and Joshua? Okay, in boxing, okay, Anthony Joshua is the better boxer, right? But he does lax. He does have some flaws. Hey, no one's perfect, right? There was only one Floyd Mayweather. All right. Anthony Joshua, he gets tired and he gets rocked. I mean, a lot, and he was knocked down once. But however, the attribute that he has over Wilder, okay, with his timing and his nice compressed punches. Okay, when Wilder is sloppy with it, but he's getting there. All right, you know Anthony Joshua is the much more seasoned fighter between the two, and people will want someone likes that to endorse. All right, they won't endorse someone like Wilder, but hey, in time, okay. Well, he's only what 32, 33 now. Shoot, I mean, he's getting sponsors like in the state he lives in. He's just not getting these big ones. All right. Ortiz stepped down from his mandatory position to fight Wilder. Ortiz was guaranteed a shot at AJ after the calm. Nah, I didn't hear about that one because wasn't he promised to fight right after the Vladimir Klitschko fight? He was promised that. JD. For those who just joined, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. This is CMD Boxing Reports right along with Boxing Block Center. We talking some boxing here. We just got off the James DeGale thing a while ago. All right, double A. All right, double A boxing and blunts. I'm reading the comments now. So anyone else want to comment? Hit it. All right, he was WBA mandatory when joining Matchroom. Okay, right. And they promised him a fight with Joshua, and that didn't happen. So, right, he was supposed to be Joshua's opponent. Now, I don't think that makes sense if he'll turn down a fight with Anthony Joshua to go fight Wilder for that little bit of money. I'm pretty sure he would have got paid way more to go up against Anthony Joshua. All right, Fury lost the belt, but Ortiz didn't get a shot at the belt. All right, Klitsch fought AJ for the belt. Ortiz should have got right. But if you remembers what was said, it was Hearn who had said he'll promise him a fight. All right, JD. All right. Yes, also pisses me off that Ortiz was ranked #1 in the world at the time. Yep. All right, so the mandatory wasn't called after the Klitschko fight. So I promise. So a promise is a comfort to it. All right, I got that. That makes sense. AJ was waiting on the Klitschko rematch. Okay, you know what? You're right because I don't think it was in writing. You know what I'm saying, JD? It was just something that was said verbally. So he really didn't have to give him the fight. Yes, also I read that one by Double A. Yeah, see, most of the time when you go through stuff like this, someone promised you something. Don't take it by verbal. You tell that person I want it in writing. And then if they refuse, hey, that's where it's time to take actions. So we gotta wait the boxing block come back, and then we're gonna talk about the styles and everything what I just talked about. But between the two of Anthony Joshua and Luis Ortiz, all right, the boxing skills and everything's between them two. Hmm. I don't know. And Luis Ortiz, he depends on power a lot. He does have a pretty good jab. And his timing was great, but anyone with boxing skills like that could look good against Wilder until they get caught with that right hand. Who's this? So, but I don't know. That fight would have looked deadly. I wanted to see that fight. Wilder versus Joshua versus Ortiz. And you know what? That fight there, it got away. No, like no one is talking about it anymore. They just talking about Wilder and Joshua now.
Back, bro.
All right. All right. So between the styles of the two, all right. All right. When Ortiz joined Matchroom, AJ could have fought him. He would have been WBA number one. Would have been easy fight. So sort, but never happened. Even against White, would have been a better than Dave Allen. Yes, I agree. The fight between Joshua and Ortiz. Yes, I mean it's so funny how that right there just fell under the bed and everything. So like a lot of people got off of that fight. And David Allen was 33 in UK. Ortiz won or two in World Strange matchmaking. Uh, I say he should have fought Ortiz after the Dave Allen fight because really I don't know too many fighters that take back to back like tough challenges. I mean, Manny Pacquiao did, but you have to remember the tricks. Okay, Manny Pacquiao was like draining them guys. All right, Freddie Roach would say, "Oh, we're gonna do a catch weight," you know, and they say he was on some juice and everything. I don't know, but yeah, usually you don't see fighters taking back to back tough bouts and everything. So, hey, boxing block.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's compare their styles. All right. And to you, who's the better fighter between the two, Joshua and Wilder? Okay, like I said, is Joshua. Okay, he has pretty superb Crips skills, and this is why he is being how can I say endorsed by other companies, likes the one you mentioned.
A lot of he has a lot of
Yeah, he's being
some
sponsored by them.
sponsors,
Not too many
and
people likes Wilder hit with his style, get sponsors, except for
I,
George
I, I
Foreman.
don't I don't think it's a style alone. I think it's the his personality, you know,
His attitude,
how
no,
how he handles himself in the public. I think um, he's likable. You know, he has a likable character, and when
right?
he talks, how he approaches things.
Right. One thing I can say, Mayweather, okay, was knocking out dudes on the slide. We all seen that with the Ortiz fight. Seen him cussed out the announcer. And what was that? Larry Merchant. Yeah, he cussed out. But he was still getting endorsed. He was getting endorsed by people like Verizon, which was pretty big. They was endorsing him.
Mayweather was getting endorsement
Yeah,
because he got endorsement at a time after he beat De La Hoya. That was how he got the recognition.
right.
And secondly, how he spends money. Remember, he just show money off, calling himself
Yeah,
money man. See how he threw money all around. All this you can get this man from that.
right.
You know,
But
and the Joshua case is just different. It's just different. Not like Mayweather. Mayweather is just
well, like
a
I
different
said,
character.
if he's really that likable and everything, and people over here will love him, you know what I'm saying? He needs to come over here, and I'm for real. He needs to come over here and make himself known. Lennox Lewis, he probably sees this, and that's why he's saying the things he's saying.
Leos Lewis is just a Leos Lewis is a hater. Leos Lewis, why he went to America? Why he went to America is because Leos Lewis wasn't loved in the UK.
Right, that I
Frank Fra-
understand.
Frank Bruno was the one who was loved
Right,
and still loved today. He was the one getting the attention, just like Tyson Fury now.
right?
Okay, it's different. They're both different characters. But as of you right now, he isn't getting the love like Anthony Joshua is getting from the UK because Tyson Fury is a different character. In the UK, there's something called class. You know, something called class. They like classical people. They see Tyson Fury, especially the media. The media. They see Tyson Fury as a loud mouth. Talk too much stuff. Arrogant. I mean, the guy has to be overconfident, right, in
Right.
himself because he's a father, right? But in the UK, they don't like people that talk too much in a way, like brag about. I think it's just a,
Well, yeah,
it's
well,
just that's the difference. So there's a few often talk about him. I mean, the guy also talk about AJ's physique, say he's a bodybuilder, say other stuff. He talked about gay people,
who, Tyson Fury.
you know, yes, things that are very controversial in the UK. So,
Wow. Well,
you know,
looking at Tyson Fury, his last fight, didn't he look just like that guy Shrek? Remember that green troll? He looked just like Shrek in that fight. I was saying I couldn't get his name out. I said, man, he looked like that troll. He had that big body and small head. But you know what? We're about to close this right here out because Boxing Block Center has a live stream he has to do before he takes it down for the night. Man, what time is it over there? It's
one, one, 120,
wow.
121
Yeah, we better.
a.m.
I better get going because I got you guys can join me on Boxing Block Center's live stream, and everyone who watch. Thank you guys very much, and thank you everyone from the Netherlands. Like you guys watch my live streams the longest. All right, like for real, they be going like 45 minutes. Like my live streams could be like 50 minutes or so, 59. They'd be there for like 48 minutes or whatnot. That's what's up. And thanks a lot, man. You know. All right, so this is CMD Boxing Reports. Ronan Hig here, signing off with my boy Boxing Block Center. And I'll catch you
Catch,
guys on the next one. And everyone, please join me at Boxing Block Center live stream as well.
shares one.
Cheers.